Hey guys, how y'all doing? What's up, what's up, what's up? Thanks for watching Bae's channel. #Pepsi G35. Love y'all.
You're gonna block my videos, huh? God damn! welcome back, guys. I know it's been a while I did a video. I'm trying to take off from that last video when it was I was doing a tie rod and fail. Winter struck, I caught COVID, and yeah, we here now, so whatever, it's whatever. So basically, matter of fact, let me show you. First of all, I bought a whole new flywheel, chromoly flywheel. Got all the teeth, everything. Got a crank sensor. Alright. In fact, let's put this right here. Hopefully you guys can see it. This over. So a lot of these parts now, I did my clutch. When I changed my motor, I did my clutch. And I didn't use all Nissan parts. I had a Z1 Motorsports flywheel clutch, flywheel pressure plate and disc from Z1, and I used the bearing that they gave from there. I'm not sure where I bought the throwout bearing from, but this time around, since I'm getting like a lot of noise when I'm pushing the clutch, and I'm getting restriction, like it feels like the seals is bad, I ain't taking no chances. Boom. So I went to Nissan. I got a rear main seal for the motor. While they in there, just change it. I have this clutch, right? This clutch. Where did I get this from? I got this from Z1 too. This clutch I got from Z1 too. But this is a stage 1 performance clutch. And pressure plate. This is a stage 1. And pressure plate. This right here. So I did get this from Z1 again. But I got a stage 1. Last time I had the street version clutch. And it's a long story what happened to that clutch. But I'm sure it's burnt out because this was like my second car that I had driving stick shift. And my car right now, I let a bunch of people learn how to drive stick shift in it. Because I wanted to bring the manuals back, obviously. So if anybody want to know how to drive, I always let them learn. I don't care. This, I got the throwout bearing OEM from the dealer. It came in one of these packages over here. This is OEM. I'm not playing with that aftermarket stuff no more when it comes to things like this. The reason why I did it the first time is I needed to get my car back on the road. I was anxious. I couldn't wait. Whatever. Everybody been there. So don't judge me. So I got a new master cylinder. The slave on my car was changed when I put the motor in there about 2 years ago. The slave is working fine. So I don't think it's a need to change that. It's nothing wrong with it. But the master, this right here, this thing slides in smooth. My car, when I push in the pedal, it's like, and it comes up, you know, shaky. So I know this needs to be changed. So I went and bought this from the dealer, straight from Nissan. Even though it says made in Japan. AKA Mexico, most likely. Who knows? This is the bearing that I have right now in the car. But I'm going to not use that bearing. And I'm going to use this needle bearing. This is a Nismo needle bearing right here. Straight from the dealer. I'm going to use this bearing right here instead of using this one. I'm going to use this one. Because this one right here, when you put it, even when you put it on this tool, this is the tool to install the clutch and line it up. It just feels disgusting on here. It feels, you know, it just feels rough. When you put this needle one on here, it's smooth. Look at that. It's so smooth. And it don't even have really grease in it. If it had grease in it, it'd be smoother. I'm sure it would. So this is some of the parts that I've been stacking up for my last video. And I'm going to bring more videos to you guys and, you know, try to switch it up. It's obviously going to be multiple videos because I have suspension parts, as you're going to see soon. I have other things that I still have in the car, like a oil catch can. I have white line rear diff bushings, Z1 Motorsports motor mounts. I have a lot of parts that I need to install in the car that I didn't get a chance to install yet. So I'm just letting you guys know that I didn't forget about you guys, and there's going to be a video coming soon near you as soon as you can think it. So thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to show you the rest of the suspension parts that I have, and, you know, just enjoy, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring this to people's attention. This ball joint right here is from Arch. So you got your tapered shim. You got your castle nut. Of course, your cotter pin goes in between it, you know. And this one right here is from Z1 Motorsports. You got your taper, black. And this one is chrome moly, whatever you want to call it. This has a nut with a washer built in. This has a castle nut with a separate washer. I like this style better, but this is $50. This is $40. So I didn't feel like waiting for the $50 one. The only difference is this nut has a built-in washer, and the tapered part is forged. It looks. And the rubber on here also feels stronger from Z1. I'm not gonna lie about that. The rubber on here feels more durable than the rubber on here. As you can see, the rubber on here is separate. It looks like it was fused together, and it folds way easier than this one. But I ain't worried about that. I got the tools to swap it out, so if I have to swap it out again, I'll swap it out. But if you was planning on buying ball joints, the Z1 ball joints are made of I would say a better construction. I don't know where they get it from, whether it's Movitech or wherever they get it from, but it's definitely stronger. This rubber is way stronger. I like the tapered, and I like that the washer has it built in, because that's gonna come into play with this. It's gonna sit in there flush in here versus this washer setup from Arch Auto Parts. So what I wanted to talk about was all of these have tapers. Taper shims. This arm I bought from eBay has its own tapered shim. The shim goes in here before you install it. Look at the clearance of it. It's kind of flush. It's kind of flush. So let's see the clearance of the other ones. Start with the Arch. It's sitting in a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Is it going to affect anything? I highly doubt it. But it's sitting in a little bit deeper. So the Arch Auto Parts shim sits a little bit deeper, and it has a separate washer and everything else. Let's try the Z1 Motorsports. Z1 Motorsports, it sits just as the one that comes with it from eBay. All right, sits the same. This one that comes with it, it sticks out a little bit more than the Z1. It's kind of more flush, and if you look at it from this end, it's thick. See, it's thick. It's the one that comes with it from eBay. So it sits in better. It's way more flush, and it's thicker. The one from Z1, it's not as thick from the front. It sits in a little bit deeper, and on this end, it's like that. So, I mean, the thickness, if we stick the ball joint in there, right? Let's see the difference. So, okay, so it still looks kind of flush with this, even though this is thin. All right, let's stick the thicker shim in there. It's a thicker shim. So basically up top in here, it's gonna fill out more. So I guess that'll help with your alignment or anything like that. Oh wow, look at that. It won't even go into the shim. This is the shim that it comes with. It won't even go into the shim at all. And this is the issues people are having with these shims, because they're making them based off of different ball joints, I would say. Let's see if it fits into this shim. Nope, it don't. It don't. Luckily, right? This right here came with its own shim, but look at the amount of play in it. So these arms came with their own shim, but thankfully I have these new ball joints with separate shims. And then I also have the shims from the OEM ball joints that's on the car right now, which are not OEM, they're aftermarket, obviously. but I have a bunch of shims to go through to make sure that I could get the perfect or close to perfect shim to go in on. These shims are a big problem with these cars. You know, who would have thought that this shim is for this car? It's for this control arm. It comes for the control arm. It's for this car, but it won't go in this ball joint, which is from Z1 Motorsports, and it won't go into this ball joint, which is from Arch Auto Parts. Yeah, so something told me to just make a video, you know, just to explain to people. I don't care if you have to spend extra money to buy shims. You know, it's better to do that and not open it and make sure you have it on hand before you tackle this job and you wind up being stuck having to put the old busted control arms or ball joint back on because you don't have the proper shim. So that's delaying your whole job basically. So I just wanted to make a video, you know, to show you guys that these shims are not all made equal. They're not. They're not made equal. You know, so this shim, I mean, I'm not going to throw it in the garbage. I'm going to hold on to it and wait. It could be drilled out, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use one of these shims, or I'm going to use the shims that's already installed on the car. I'm just happy to know that I know I can't use it. Maybe the ball joints on the car come with a thinner stem, but I wouldn't know until I crack it open. So yeah, let's push this aside. Let me show you what else I got that I'm gonna be installing soon. These control arms. First off, I have these control arms for the rear. These are the upper control arms for the rear. These are the only control arms that I didn't change on the car besides the traction, tow arms, and the camber arms. I changed all of them with Z1 Motorsports. So the only thing that I didn't change on the car in the rear would be these control arms, and the rear axles would have to be brand new. I'm getting like a noise when I pull into like the gas station, getting like a pop noise, like a pop from the front, a pop from the rear. And even when my suspension was I would say catered to before in the past, and I thought everything was solid, I have it checked out at the shop, everything was solid, I'm still getting a pop noise, one from the front right and one from the rear. So I got these control arms, as you can see, is brand new. Got that same nut with the washer built in. I like that. Brand new bushings. These bushings on the car, they really go bad. The ones on my old control arms, they still look just like these. This is the only thing that really goes bad on these arms. You know, and sometimes you won't know until you apply real pressure, like real weight, as the weight of pulling into a gas station on a lowered car, as you know, as low as I am. So I'm gonna change these. This also come with the plastic in it, so you don't need like a cotter pin to put through it, because it already has this sleeve of plastic, so it's gonna resist from coming off basically. This one right here, they basically just took these arms, put in some new bushings, put in a new ball joint, and pushed it out the door. This one didn't come with a nut, but it's fine. It's gonna get the job done. Also in this box, I have oil pan gasket, new washer for the drain plug. I needed a gasket, one of my bolts for my oil pan. The head came off. Don't ask me how. This is New York City. There's bumps all over the place. I don't know what happened, but I got the gasket and I got a new washer. So I'm going to be doing a video on that. Also, I have the oil cooler gasket straight from Nissan. Brand new. Going to do a video on that. So back to the video what I did with the outer tie rod in. The reason why I said it was going to be a part 2 is because I purchased this whole kit with inner and outer tie rod ends, because I'm like, all right, I'm best off buying the whole kit and saving the good parts, and you know, just saving those parts and putting all brand new on there so I could get rid of that noise that I'm hearing when I'm going into gas stations. That noise means that there's plate somewhere, and you can't really replica the plate until you put an extreme load on the suspension. As when you pulling into the gas station, you know, when you in a lower car, you pulling into the gas station, you basically on 2 wheels. So it's putting a lot of strain on the upper control arm in the front, all the control arms on the bottom, the rear control arms, everything. So I have an inner and outer piece already put together, cotter pin, everything ready to go. Both sides. Got your lock washer, everything ready to go. All it's missing is some blue Loctite on here. I got Loctite and everything like that. So that's why it hasn't been a video in so long, because I'm just trying to put everything together because I don't want to do this twice. You got new end links, greasable end links. Same plastic washer style. I mean, I don't really mind these, but once you take these on and off too many times, it doesn't lock anymore. So that's the only downfall of these. Once you put them on, you want to put them on the right way. You want to take your time, put them on, install them properly. Next, I have both compression rods. So remember, on my car right now, I have polyurethane bushings in my car right now. Right? I have polyurethane bushings in my car right now. But what I think happened is, because it's polyurethane bushings in my car and I'm lowered at that height, when I hit bumps, the polyurethane bushings is not vibrating or giving enough for the rest of the suspension to react. So what happened this summer is I snapped one of these clear off. I hit a bump and this thing broke right off. And as best as I could explain it, with the knowledge that I have from going to Grady, is that there's not enough play in the suspension, meaning there's not enough rubber in there anymore to absorb hitting a bump that hard with them 20-inch Ferrata rims. So what I'm going to try to do this summer is I'm going to try to put the OEM style bushings back. Even though they're eBay, it is what it is. I'm the one replacing it. So it's not like I got to go to a shop and pay somebody to replace these. I can replace these myself. So if I see that these are not holding up long enough, you know, for my standards, I can replace them myself. So, you know, I'm going to try these and put these on and take the poly bushings. I'm not going to throw the poly bushings out. I'm going to take the old control arms out of the car that I have in the car now, and I'm going to recondition the poly bushings, recondition the arms, and get them ready. If this works out better, then I'm going to sell the OEM arms with the poly bushings already installed and ready to go for your car, if anybody want to buy it. But it's not for sale yet, but that's the plan. If I don't need them and I want to keep replacing these every year, then I'll replace them every year, because that's the height that I'm riding at anyway, at the height where you need to replace stuff. Also, I have these energy suspension sway bar bushings for the rear, so they open up, so I don't have to take the whole bar off. I just got to pry this open somehow. I don't know how, but I got to pry them open. It comes with the lube. And I also have the ones for the front to install. And they open up way easier. I'm going to go with the energy suspension on the front because I want it to be, you know, as stable as possible. This having this stiffness on the front isn't going to break anything. It's just going to give me a better feel for the road and keep my suspension, keep my steering in the front tight. So I'm not worried about that. This is not going to transfer as much vibrations as anything. But these will transfer vibration if you have poly bushings in these, or if you have poly bushings in these. Like I do in my car currently, I have poly bushings here, so it's all solid poly bushings, and I have poly bushings here. They're real thick and they slide in. So, you know, so that this bushing doesn't walk. It doesn't walk at all. So I'm going to go back with the OEM style and see how that goes. But I was just giving you guys an update on everything that I have right now. So I got all the arms, everything ready to install. So as soon as I get a break in the weather, I'm going to be right back, you know, with the videos. But right now, I don't want to catch COVID again laying on that ground. So until then, guys, just hold in there. Like, share, subscribe. And, you know, I gladly appreciate it.